From Tampa Bay streaming news leader, this is ABC Action News.
Hey there, I'm Jasmine Stiles. McKenna King has Florida's most accurate forecast in just a bit. But first, here are your ABC Action News Now headlines. The CDC put out new numbers showing a troubling trend of how COVID-19 is spreading. More than a third of U.S. counties are seeing high levels of community transmission. And here in Florida, that applies to nearly every county. The state's latest data shows last week we had an average of more than 10,000 new cases a day and a 15% positivity rate. The Florida Department of Health says most of the cases they saw last month are people who are not vaccinated, and they tend to be young, between 20 and 49 years old. State data also shows that age group has lower vaccination rates. And with more COVID cases, hospitalizations are increasing as well.
And that's why we've really been talking too about going out in the community for people to be really cautious out in the community because it's just so contagious. One of the hallmarks of this variant has been that whole families get COVID once one person gets it.
The DOH says vaccines are the best way to protect yourself from COVID-19. If you're vaccinated, you're much less likely to get severely sick, go to the hospital, or die. A Bay Area nonprofit met with several parents on Saturday to help them figure out the president's new initiative to keep kids out of poverty. Earlier this month, parents across the country were eligible for child tax credits, which was approved in the coronavirus relief package. Volunteers from the United Way, Suncoast, and the IRS answered any questions they had. Eligible households can receive up to $3,600 for each child under 6 and up to $3,000 for each child ages 6 to 17.
The payments came out on the 15th of this month, and so we want people to come in and file so they can get the child tax credit between now and December.
If you're still a little confused on how the tax credit works, we've got an article explaining all of that, plus ways to make that money last a little longer. Just go to abcactionnews.com. Now let's check in with McKenna.
Our overnight lows are going to cool off into the 70s going into your Sunday morning. 77 as you wake up in Tampa, 74 in Mayaca City. Another warm day on tap. Our high temperatures are going to be in the low to mid 90s, 93 in Tampa, but our feels like temperatures are going to be back into the mid to upper 90s. So we're going to feel just a few degrees warmer, and that's been the story the last several days. Nothing we don't expect here in Florida sometimes during our summer days. As far as Futurecast goes, Sunday's going to be a near direct repeat of your Saturday, with that potential for some showers mostly south of I-4, so into Manatee, Sarasota counties, as well as Hardee and DeSoto going into the evening hours. We've got a few spotty showers popping up throughout the forecast throughout the daytime hours as well, but for the most part, your Sunday will be pretty rain-free. We're also keeping a close eye on this potential tropical development. This is about 200 miles to the east of Orlando. We could see this develop into a tropical depression by the end of the weekend. Nothing really more than a rainmaker for us in the Tampa Bay area and across Florida as well. Most spaghetti models are kind of aligning with each other now, saying it may kind of make landfall, so to speak, in Florida and then exit back into the Atlantic. But like I said, nothing really to worry about. We'll time everything out for you, and we're just expecting a little rain from this by the first of your work week. As far as tomorrow's marine forecast, we've got northeast to north winds about 5 to 10 knots, seas 2 feet, light chop on the bay with the chance for some showers into the late morning and into the early afternoon hours as well. Your 7-day forecast, not looking too bad. We are warm with highs in the low 90s. That elevated chance for some showers going into Monday from that potential tropical development. And then the rest of the work week looks pretty typical. Highs in the low 90s with our normal weather pattern returning and those typical evening storms.